Do you want to know why 80% of people who try to lose fat fail in less than 3 months? Chart decreasing, it's not because they eat badly. It's because they're not doing the right exercises to speed up their metabolism. Today I'm going to show you 5 moves that burn fat like crazy and give you fast, real results. The truth is harsh. Doing hours of cardio without a strategy doesn't guarantee fat loss, and it can actually make you lose muscle. The good news is that there's a routine of 5 explosive moves that fire up your metabolism and maximize calorie burn in less time. We'll start with an exercise as simple as swinging a weight, but so powerful it will transform your body. Want to find out why it works so well? First exercise, kettlebell swings. We're kicking off this routine with a movement that may look simple, but it's a true calorie igniter, the kettlebell swing. More than just a swing, it's an exercise that combines power, endurance, and coordination in a single motion. One of its main benefits is that it activates your metabolism explosively, creating what's known as the afterburn effect, or excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, EPOC. This means you keep burning calories for hours after your workout. This exercise mainly works the glutes, hamstrings, spinal erectors, and core muscles, along with the shoulders and forearms for stabilization. These muscle groups are responsible for generating power from the hips, maintaining solid posture, and protecting the spine during everyday movements. When they're strong and coordinated, your body moves more efficiently and with a lower risk of injury. Studies published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research have shown that kettlebell swings can raise your heart rate to 85% of its maximum, an ideal range for improving cardiovascular capacity and optimizing fat oxidation. In addition, according to the American Council on Exercise, ACE, 20 minutes of kettlebell swings can burn up to 400 calories, similar to running at a moderate pace, but with less joint impact. From a physiological standpoint, this movement trains the hip hinge pattern, which is key to preventing lower back problems. Many cases of low back discomfort stem from failing to properly engage the glutes and overloading the lumbar area. This exercise fixes that weakness by teaching the body to generate power from the hips rather than the back. How to perform it correctly. Place the kettlebell on the floor in front of you. Slightly bend your knees and push your hips back, keeping a neutral spine. Grab the kettlebell with both hands and swing it between your legs. Drive forcefully from the hips to bring it up to chest height. Don't lift with your arms. Let it come back down in a controlled manner and repeat. Dr. Stuart McGill, a spine biomechanics specialist, has noted that this movement pattern not only improves functional strength, but also reduces compressive load on the spine when performed correctly. Other benefits include improved posture, increased explosive strength, and greater muscular endurance. It's a versatile exercise that can be adapted for beginners with light weights or for athletes with heavier loads. To maximize its benefits, perform 4 sets of 20 to 30 seconds of intense swings, resting 45 seconds between sets. And remember, more than moving the kettlebell, it's about learning to move your body efficiently and powerfully. Second exercise, jump rope. Now we move on to a classic many remember from childhood, but in reality, it's one of the most complete and effective workouts for burning fat, jumping rope. You don't need expensive machines or huge spaces, just a rope and a bit of technique to turn it into a powerful conditioning tool. This exercise works your calves, quads, glutes, shoulders, forearms, and core simultaneously. The calves and quads drive you upward with each jump, while the core stabilizes your torso and the shoulders and wrists control the rope's rotation. The combined activation of these muscles not only burns a lot of energy, but also improves neuromuscular coordination. Why strengthen these areas? A strong lower body makes any physical activity easier, improves speed and agility, and reduces the risk of ankle and knee injuries. On the cardiovascular side, jumping rope boosts both aerobic and anaerobic capacity, meaning you can train longer without getting fatigued and recover more quickly. According to a study in the Research Quarterly for Exercise and Sport, jumping rope for 10 minutes can be as effective as running for 30 minutes at a moderate pace. In addition, a report from the American Heart Association highlights that regular practice can improve cardiovascular health and lower risk markers such as high blood pressure. From a physiological standpoint, jumping rope quickly elevates your heart rate, putting you in the optimal zone for fat oxidation. It also develops elasticity and strength in the Achilles tendon, improving the foot's natural rebound and movement efficiency. How to perform it correctly. Hold the rope by the handles, with your elbows close to your body and your wrists relaxed. Keep an upright posture, eyes looking forward. Rotate the rope mainly with your wrists, not your arms. Jump with both feet together or alternately, keeping jumps low to minimize impact. Breathe regularly and steadily. A study published in the Journal of Sports Science and Medicine notes that the combination of low cost, high caloric efficiency, and improved coordination makes jumping rope ideal for fat loss and general conditioning programs. Other benefits include better bone density, greater agility and reaction time, and noticeable improvements in balance. It's also highly adaptable. You can adjust the speed, jump style, or duration to suit your level. To maximize fat burning, try high-intensity intervals. 40 seconds of fast jumps, followed by 20 seconds of rest for 8 to 10 minutes. Don't underestimate its simplicity. When done right, this exercise is an almost unbeatable calorie burner. Third exercise, burpees. Time to fire up the engine to the max. Burpees aren't just an exercise. They're a trial by fire for both your physical and mental endurance. If you want to burn fat fast and challenge every muscle in your body, this move is your best ally. The burpee combines a squat, plank, and vertical jump into one fluid motion. This activates a huge number of muscles: chest, triceps, deltoids, abs, glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calves. This massive activation not only burns a ton of energy, but also forces your cardiovascular system to work at full capacity, resulting in huge calorie expenditure in a short time. Strengthening all these muscles serves a clear purpose: improving functional strength and your body's ability to move efficiently in any situation. A strong core stabilizes every jump, powerful legs propel you upward, and firm arms support your weight in each plank phase. According to a study by the American College of Sports Medicine, burpees can raise your heart rate above 90% of its maximum in under a minute, putting you squarely in the fat-burning and anaerobic capacity improvement zone. Another interesting fact: a 10-minute burpee workout in intervals can burn between 120 and 150 calories, depending on intensity and body weight. From a physiological standpoint, this exercise is the perfect storm. It increases oxygen consumption, improves lactic acid tolerance, and activates both fast and slow-twitch muscle fibers. This means you burn fat while improving both power and endurance at the same time. How to perform them correctly. Start standing, feet shoulder-width apart. Drop into a squat and place your hands on the floor. Kick your legs back into a plank position. Perform a push-up, optional for added intensity. Bring your feet back into the squat position. Jump vertically with your arms extended overhead. The Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research has documented that burpees are one of the most effective exercises for improving strength, endurance, and cardiovascular capacity simultaneously. Other benefits include better agility, coordination, explosiveness, and recovery between intense efforts. Plus, since they require no equipment, you can do them anywhere, making them an ideal tool for those training at home or outdoors. For a fat-burning workout, perform sets of 10 to 12 reps, resting 30 to 45 seconds between each for 4 to 5 rounds. And remember, they're not just an exercise, they're a challenge. Every burpee you do is one more step toward your best self. Fourth exercise, battle ropes. Imagine an exercise where every slam you make not only releases stress, but also melts fat and strengthens your entire body. That's exactly what battle ropes do. Their imposing look isn't just for show. Every wave you create demands power, coordination, and endurance. What's fascinating about this movement is that, while it might seem focused only on arms and shoulders, it actually works the deltoids, biceps, triceps, traps, core, glutes, quads, and hamstrings. The workout is so complete that many call it the most underrated full-body exercise in fitness. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research revealed that just 10 minutes of battle rope training can raise your heart rate to 86% of its maximum, enough to improve aerobic capacity and speed up fat oxidation. In addition, the National Strength and Conditioning Association endorses their use to boost muscle power and endurance without excessive joint impact. So why is it so effective from a physiological standpoint? The answer lies in its high metabolic demand. By explosively and repeatedly working large muscle groups, your body requires large amounts of oxygen, which triggers the afterburn effect, EPOC. In other words, you keep burning calories long after you've dropped the ropes on the floor. How to perform them correctly. Hold one rope in each hand, feet shoulder-width apart, knees slightly bent. Keep your core tight and back straight. Generate alternating waves, simultaneous waves, or spirals, depending on the type of stimulus you want. Breathe in a controlled way and maintain a steady rhythm or use high-intensity intervals. One of the most common issues this exercise addresses is core weakness and lack of upper body power. By strengthening the stabilizing muscles of the torso and improving coordination between the upper and lower body, battle ropes help prevent shoulder and back injuries and enhance performance in other sports or activities. Other benefits include improved grip strength, greater muscular endurance, and significant development of breathing control. It's also a very versatile exercise. You can vary the rope's thickness and weight, the type of wave, and the length of the intervals to suit any fitness level. If your goal is fat burning, try intervals of 20 to 30 seconds of intense work, followed by 15 seconds of rest for 8 to 10 rounds. And when the sweat starts to drip, remember, every slam you make doesn't just move the rope, it's shaping your body. Fifth exercise, weighted walk. At first glance, it looks simple, just walking while holding a weight. But when done right, this exercise, known as the farmer's walk, is one of the most effective ways to build functional strength and burn fat at the same time. How to perform it correctly. Choose 2 dumbbells, kettlebells, or any weight you can carry safely. Hold them at your sides with your core tight, shoulders back, and eyes forward. Walk in a straight line for a set distance or time, without letting your torso lean or your arms hang loosely. Rest and repeat. 4 reps and sets. A good baseline is 4 to 6 walks of 30 to 40 meters, resting 45 seconds to 1 minute between each. You can also go by time. 30 seconds walking, 30 seconds resting for 5 rounds. This exercise primarily works the forearms, traps, deltoids, spinal erectors, core, glutes, quads, and calves. By engaging all these muscles at once, you not only build strength and endurance, but also force your body to expend a large amount of energy. Key for any fat loss protocol. Why strengthen these areas? A solid core protects the spine, strong traps and shoulders improve posture, and a powerful grip translates into better performance in other exercises and everyday tasks. Plus, walking with weight reinforces hip and knee stability, reducing the risk of injury. One of its most interesting aspects is that it combines locomotor movement with load, simulating real-life efforts, carrying heavy bags, moving objects, hauling luggage. That's why it's so functional and transferable to daily life. And now, the science. A study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research showed that this type of exercise creates high activation of the core and spinal extensors while significantly elevating heart rate. This means you're not just building strength, you're also improving cardiovascular capacity in a single move. Another study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that loaded short-distance walks can increase total daily calorie expenditure, thanks to the afterburn effect. Other benefits include grip strengthening, which research has linked to longevity, better balance, and a huge boost in mental endurance. Yes, because when you're carrying that weight and your arms are burning, you're also training your ability to stay in control under fatigue. In short, weighted walking isn't just moving a load. It's teaching your body to be stronger, more stable, and more efficient, while giving fat no choice but to disappear. Bonus, weighted squats. We've reached the final move, and it couldn't be anything other than the king of leg exercises, the weighted squat. This is the grand finale of the routine, the exercise that combines strength, calorie burn, and metabolic stimulus like few others. Why is it so powerful? Because it involves a basic human biomechanical movement, sitting down and standing up. But when you add weight, you multiply the muscle workload and energy demand, forcing your body to adapt and burn more calories. Before we get into the studies, let's talk practical. Here's how to do it correctly. Place a barbell across the upper back or hold dumbbells/kettlebells at shoulder height. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, toes slightly turned outward. Engage your core, look straight ahead, and keep a neutral spine. Bend your knees and push your hips back as if sitting in a chair. Lower until your thighs are at least parallel to the floor, then drive back up to the starting position. 4 reps and sets. A solid fat-burning protocol is 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps with a weight that's challenging but still allows you to maintain perfect form. Rest 60 to 90 seconds between sets. This exercise works the quads, glutes, hamstrings, spinal erectors, adductors, and core, with secondary activation of the calves and upper body for load stabilization. Strengthening these muscles not only improves athletic performance, but also increases your resting calorie burn, since muscle mass is metabolically active tissue. A stable core protects your lower back, while strong glutes and quads make tasks like climbing stairs, running, or lifting heavy objects easier and safer. Plus, training with loads stimulates the production of anabolic hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, both linked to fat loss and better body composition. Scientifically speaking, a study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that weighted squats produce significantly greater muscle activation and energy expenditure than many isolated exercises. Meanwhile, the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that adding heavy squats to a routine increases calorie burn for up to 48 hours afterward thanks to the afterburn effect, EPOC. Other benefits include improved bone density, key for preventing osteoporosis, better hip and ankle mobility, and increased explosive strength. This not only boosts your training, but also enhances performance in everyday and sports activities. Finishing the routine with this exercise is strategic. After firing up your metabolism with the previous moves, the weighted squat delivers a final peak in energy demand and muscle recruitment. In other words, it's the knockout blow that keeps your body burning fat, even while you rest. And remember, in the training world, the squat is more than just an exercise. It's a statement of strength. We've gone through 6 powerful exercises together, each with its own impact and strategy to help you burn fat effectively. From the explosiveness of the kettlebell swing to the final intensity of weighted squats, they all share something in common. They transform your body and your energy from the ground up. But here's something important. Reaching your ideal weight isn't just about looking in the mirror and liking your reflection. It's about waking up with more energy, climbing stairs without getting out of breath, sleeping better, thinking more clearly, and having the strength to do all the things you love without physical limitations. When your body moves freely and is strong, life feels lighter. You have more patience, more confidence, and more willingness to say yes to experiences you once avoided. That's the true power of training. It's not just about losing pounds, it's about gaining quality of life. The benefits go far beyond aesthetics. Better cardiovascular health. Your heart beats stronger and more efficiently. A stronger immune system. Fewer sick days, more days enjoying life. A clearer, more focused mind. Exercise releases endorphins and reduces stress. Improved posture and mobility. You walk tall, projecting confidence. Slower aging. Your joints and muscles stay younger for longer. You don't need a luxury gym or impossible routines. What you do need is commitment and consistency. These exercises can be done at home, outdoors, or in a training facility. The important thing is to start today, not tomorrow. Think about this. Every drop of sweat you shed today is an investment in the person you'll be 6 months from now. And when you look back, you'll be grateful you made the decision to begin. So stand up, adjust your mindset, and remember, you're not just training to change your body, you're training to change your life. You now have in your hands 6 exercises that not only burn fat like crazy, but also transform the way you move, breathe, and feel every day. And I want you to understand something. Reaching your ideal weight isn't just to look better in the mirror. It's so you have more energy, sleep better, can run after your kids without losing your breath, feel fewer aches and pains, and have a much clearer and more focused mind. That's complete wellness. And so you don't say, okay, sounds good, but where do I start? Here's a weekly plan of just 15 minutes a day you can follow starting right now. First, you'll do a 2-minute warm-up. This will activate your muscles, raise your body temperature, and reduce the risk of injury. You'll start with 30 seconds of jogging in place, then 30 seconds of jumping jacks, then 30 seconds of forward and backward arm circles, and finally 30 seconds of bodyweight squats. Easy, quick, and effective. Now let's get into the weekly routine. On Monday, you'll work kettlebell swings and jump rope. Do 4 sets of 20 kettlebell swings, resting 30 seconds between sets. Then jump rope for 1 minute, rest 30 seconds, and repeat for 4 rounds. On Tuesday, it's burpees and weighted walks. Start with 4 sets of 10 burpees, resting 30 seconds. Then do 3 walks of 30 meters carrying a moderate weight, resting 45 seconds between each. Wednesday will be active recovery. Take a light 15-minute walk or spend that time doing mobility stretches. On Thursday, we crank up the intensity again with battle ropes and jump rope. Do 6 sets of 20 seconds with the ropes, resting 20 seconds, then 4 sets of 40 seconds of jump rope, resting another 20 seconds between each. On Friday, it's weighted squats and burpees. Do 4 sets of 12 weighted squats, resting 45 seconds, then 3 sets of 8 intense burpees, resting 30 seconds. On Saturday, we'll do a fat-burning circuit that includes all the exercises. You'll do 20 kettlebell swings, 30 seconds of jump rope, 8 burpees, 20 seconds of battle ropes, and 20 seconds of weighted walking. Rest for 1 minute and repeat for 3 rounds. On Sunday, take a full rest day or do a gentle yoga session for recovery. When you finish each session, spend 3 minutes stretching glutes and hips, hamstrings, chest, and shoulders, and finish with deep breathing. And remember to complement this with good nutrition. Before training, have a light snack with carbs and protein, like a banana with plain yogurt. Afterward, go for lean protein with vegetables and complex carbs. Drink plenty of water and avoid processed sugars. I want you to do this and tell me in the comments whether you're starting today or if you've already done it. Keep track of your progress. Write down reps, times, and how you feel. You'll be amazed at how quickly you improve. And if you want more workouts like this, backed by science and focused on real results, subscribe now and turn on the notification bell. Here, we train together to change your body and your life. If you made it this far, you already know this isn't about magic. It's about consistency and doing the right exercises. Today, I've given you simple but powerful tools that, if you use them with discipline, can transform not only your physique, but also your energy, your health, and your confidence. Remember, it doesn't matter where you are today. It matters where you're headed. Every rep you do is a vote for your best self. And every day you train, even if it's just 15 minutes, is an investment in a future with more vitality, less pain, and more freedom to do what you love. So take the first step. Start this routine, adapt it to your level, and commit to yourself. And above all, share your progress. Tell me in the comments which exercise was your favorite, which one challenged you the most, and what changes you're starting to notice. Your words could inspire others to start too. If this video helped you, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because here we don't just train, we build strong bodies, determined minds, and communities that support each other to grow. I'll see you in the next workout, but remember, your best self starts now.